Reason why reading is one of the things I do, not just for fun, but it's part of me, is because hey guys, hello and thanks for joining me on another episode of Chi Chat. I am Chinasa, but if you call me Chi, I'll be so proud of you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today we are filming a get to know me better kind of video. I just scrolled through my videos on this channel and I've just discovered that I've not introduced myself. But funny enough, on the channel's bio, there is a short introduction of who I am and what this channel is all about. But that's okay if you've not seen that, or that's okay if you've not gone through it. Just going to say just a little about myself. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. What is my name? Obviously, my name is Chinasa. Where am I from? I am from Enugu State, Nigeria, but I'm shooting from Nasarawa State, Nigeria. I reside in Nasarawa State, Nigeria. I am a postgraduate student of communications, focusing specifically on public relations and advertising. Just to give you a bit of what I do, I am doing both a 9 to 5 and trying to learn some skills by the side, as well as trying to learn a bit of business line. I currently work as a client relations officer of a firm, and that's like the public relations angle of my field, right? So in the communications industry, I handle communications management, being a communications officer and a communications manager. I also handle crisis management as a public relations officer. I also handle more like I'm a content curator and a content creator. I used to work as a news reporter, but I think after my first degree, when I was just a few years into the field, I was actually doing the broadcast and journalism angle of communications. I had a U-turn and then I started falling in love with public relations. That's why I had to go back for a degree in public relations so I can understand what the field is all about. And believe me when I say it's an interesting field. Public relations has to do with management of reputation, has to do with standing as a bridge, a gap, a bridge also between an organization and its public, standing as a middleman, in this case a middleman between two parties, and we are just like the conflict resolvers. We are just like the reputation managers. Everything that has to do with branding is what I am into. On the other hand, the other side, I have a passion for content creation. That is also a part of communication, if I must say. A passion for content creation, but not the general form of content creation. You can't catch me doing dance kind of content creation. I don't know if I know how to dance. I am a development content creator. I write content that has to do with personal development, career development. Personal development might not always be on video format. I have also written text. I have a blog. I also have a social media platform on Facebook that also writes or upload personal development kind of content, right? I enjoy lifestyle vlog, but I've not introduced that yet. I also like to create content about growth as a woman. Being a human being is very interesting because there are levels to all the kind of growth a human goes through. Every step of my growth is an interesting one that I like to create content about. That doesn't mean you see me creating content about funny things. No, things I do for fun. I love to read books. I am currently reading This Motherless Land by Nikki May, right? So yeah, I'm currently reading that. I had just finished reading Stay With Me. One thing about reading of book that is interesting, before now, I've always been a passionate reader, but combining it with other tasks like studies became a bit tedious for me. But now I have taken it upon myself that it is a must that I must finish a book in a month or in weeks. I like reading because I get to learn new things, and it's even a source of inspiration for my content most times, because when I'm done reading a particular book, there's always something new I get from that book. More like, maybe from a particular book I get to know about a culture that exists somewhere in the world. I get to understand life from the author's point of view, and it kind of sharpens grammatical skills and comprehension. As somebody in the communications industry, you just need to know little about everything, or everything about everything. I like to try good food. I like to eat, but there are foods that I will try and my system will tell me, okay, you know, I'm the boss here. By extension, I like to cook. Cooking is such a mystery for me, because I try to understand, how does combining this ingredient and that spice give you this sumptuous dish. I'm learning UX and UI design. I think one of the videos on this channel, one of the oldest videos, where I showed where I was trying to learn front-end development, like the things why I ran from, is it one, how did I even rename that video? Anything that has to do with advancing in that career, I'm your go-to person. So I'm learning that. Then the business angle I said I was going to talk about is tailoring. Fashion involves calculation and so much brain works. I think when I am a bit stable, I don't know if it is necessary for me to infuse UX design and fashion designing things on this channel, but let's see how it goes. So I will see you in my next video. Bye.